okay? But for mitosis, again, it's a form of asexual reproduction. What we start out with is what we will end up with. There is no genetic variation, okay? Now, mitosis and binary fission aren't the only types of asexual reproduction. When you start the genetic, when you do the genetic differentiated assignment, there's some videos for you to watch. And one of those videos talks about some other forms of asexual reproduction, okay? Meiosis is a form of sexual reproduction. Or, well, it's not it would be considered a form of sexual reproduction. Because what we start out with, we don't end up with. We want something different. We want genetic variation. We want genetic differences. We don't want genetically the same thing we started out with. We want it to be different. Of course, if we start out with a human being, we want it to end up with a human being, but we just want it to be a different human being. Okay? We don't want to start out with Mrs. Peasheimer, we end up with Mrs. Peasheimer. No. We start out with one, we want something different. Okay? And it doesn't matter what the organism is. It could be a plant, it could be a dog or a cat or a goldfish or potato. It doesn't matter. Well, no, potatoes don't count. Forget what I said potatoes. But anyway, goldfish, you'll learn when you watch the video. So goldfishes, again, it could be a goldfish. It doesn't matter. If it goes through sexual reproduction, it doesn't matter. Okay? We want something different. We want obviously the same species, but we want a different kind. We want a different kind of goldfish. We want a unique goldfish. A goldfish that's never, nobody's ever had a goldfish like that before. Okay? We want to, that's what we have unique people, right? Unless you're identical twin, which is not the norm, your siblings, everybody you know is different than you, right? And so that's the whole point of meiosis, is to get genetic diversity. It's to make something new and different. And species actually benefit from genetic diversity. So while I'm talking, what I want you guys to do is I'm going to be quiet because I'm going to talk more about this in a minute. What I want you guys to do is we're going to start out with reviewing the steps of mitosis before we start talking about the steps of meiosis. So I want you guys to draw. I'm giving you 5 minutes on my phone, 5 minutes to draw the steps of mitosis in these little circles that I provided.
So there's a nucleus, and then there's the DNA, and then prophase. I forgot what prophase does. Prophase. What are the crap is prophase?
Halim, look.
What is that? Dang, Sonny, that's just mean, man. Don't do that. And that was my science teacher, by the way. Sonny, I'm a hacker. I'm getting my notes out. Boom, Sonny, look at this. I got the phases right here. Sonny, I got all the phases right here.
I have a really bad feeling that I just messed this whole thing up. I'm just gonna spend my whole 5 minutes trying to erase this. Just trying
There's the nucleus. And there are the chromosomes. Chromatids or whatever they are. And then there's best drawing ever, guys. I have the best drawing ever. And then they line up in the middle.
I need a drawing pad.
Lines. I don't even make those 4 X's now. 4 X's. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Sorry guys if my drawing's really bad. And a face. Now they're all up here and spread apart. Now you have 8 little ones. I need a different color. red, right? Red, yeah. And then I draw a line there, draw a line there, draw a line there, draw a line there. My drawings are awesome.
No, they're not on the same level as mine.
Where I can go with that. I finished. I'm on anaphase.
I'm on telophase. I'm about to be on cytokinesis.
If you had a mouse, you could do this easier.
No, I put orange, right? And now the little guys, little strings.
Okay, you have a minute 55.
I'm done. Boom, submit.
All right, so here we have
Yeah,
Where's mine?
down on their faces.
now with really.
There it is. Mine's there.
My name's Frost. So good. Look at mine, Miss P. Summer.
Look at this one. Okay, so here we have interphase. We can
that yours?
see
Yeah.
the nucleus. Here prophase, we can see the chromatin has turned into chromosomes. Then metaphase, we have everything lined up in the middle. And anaphase, we're pulled apart. Okay,
Yep.
so we're pulling apart the chromosomes. And telophase, we see those nucleuses again. We got two of them in one cell, so that's why we know it's telophase. And then cytokinesis, where we have cleavage happening, and cleavage to cleave, basically.
Split it apart.
Cleave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you use a cleaver, right? Okay.
So good. There it is, guys.
Wait, I'm almost done.
There is my
Joseph,
finished
someone
drawing.
know too many people have been massacred. Thank you. Okay, so then I have interphase happening here.
What the heck is that?
I see
One of the
I see, yeah. And then but I see a lot of chromatin happening in this one. And then it's
Here, guys, I gotta put a dab.
one
I have to put a dab on here.
And then here the chromosome is lined
Wow.
up in the middle. And here the chromosome is being pulled apart. And here we have two nucleuses again. And then it's being cleaved in cytokinesis.
No.
Very good.
Come here,
Okay.
delete.
Wait, I'm almost
Delete
done.
the photo.
I'm almost done.
Okay, so here, this is Patrick's. So here again, we see the nucleus should be a little bit littler, but that's okay. Here's the
Gotcha.
chromosomes.
I need a dabbing
We see
picture.
everything
Sonny, can you press the button?
We see everything being
Sonny,
pulled away.
Sonny,
Again,
can you
we
press my
have
mouse
two
button, please?
nucleuses, and then it's being cleaved apart. So
Dab.
very good on that.
Got a dab.
This one looks nice. Okay, so we have again, we need the nucleus
Submit.
here. Okay, that's the only thing I'm seeing. Nucleus, then we have them, they've changed into chromosomes, they're visible during prophase, and the nuclear envelope has disappeared. Metaphase,
There.
they're all lined up in the middle.
What's in
Anaphase,
Russia?
they're pulled
Sonny,
apart.
stop.
Telophase, we should have, those should more be.
Do you guys see my
nucleuses,
face? Wait.
Okay? And then
Do you all
they're
see
being
my
pulled
face?
apart. So you can see those nucleuses.
Do you guys see it?
Wait.
Do we have a camera? Pick me. Okay, I'll pick you. So here we have again interphase. We see that chromatin. All right, and
Okay. I don't know.
the DNA has been duplicated. Then prophase, the nuclear envelope has disappeared, and we can see the chromosomes. Metaphase, everything's lined up in the middle. Anaphase has been pulled away. Here we can see two nucleuses, and then cytokinesis, it's cleaving. All right, very good.
Wait.
All right, 5 minutes.
I'm dabbing.
5 minutes.
No! I just added the Soviet Union flag.
Sorry, guys. 5 minutes. When I said 5 minutes, I meant 5 minutes. Okay. I'm trying
So
to make
true,
a
guys.
mini lesson into a not so mini.
Okay, guys,
lesson.
well, this is the end of this part of the mini lesson. So, bye.
Look, listen. So what I was talking about before. Okay, so let's go ahead and review a little bit of the
I'm still recording.
of the vocabulary that we're going to be using. Okay, so sexual reproduction, meiosis, is a form of sexual reproduction because we're going to create something
Bye-bye.
new and different at the end. If you have the note-taking guide, you can go ahead and work along with me, but just know that I'm going to be going really fast, so you're probably going to have to go back through and fill it in. So sexual reproduction, the sex cells are what we call the gametes. Those are formed by meiosis. then it requires 2 parents. So it doesn't matter. I mean, it could be 2 goldfish, it could be 2 plants. Well, no, 1 plant.
Unless they're really.
2 things on plant. It could be, 2 human beings, 2 goldfish, 2 whatever. It doesn't matter, but you need 2 parents for sexual reproduction. And then the offspring are not identical. And I know some people will be like, but what about identical twins? Well, they're